I'm here. I'm barely here. I'm here. Right. Oh, push the wrong button. Push the wrong button. Okay, let me just Discord. Let me just Discord. Boop. And boop. Discord informed. Okay. Right. So what's been happening? I think I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I couldn't. I could not. I was too whacked in the head tired. I was that tired. And yeah, oh, sorry. So yeah, the weekend went okay. It went okay. It didn't go great. It went okay. I had the fuck. I keep finding like dust on me and stuff, and I think it's just. I don't think it's me. I think it's literally something on the ceiling is like falling apart or something. I don't know. Yeah, it went okay. So the 1940s weekend, was pretty good. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as it has been, you know. That's kind of the problem. I think that like all of us that go to this thing have kind of like the ideal time when it was awesome, you know, kind of in our head, and we're like anytime it goes a little bit more crappy, a little bit more crappy than that time. That's when we're like, oh, it was okay. When in fact we probably had a good time. However, this time I'm more realistic. A lot of people will say this, but I'm more realistic, and I'm just like, it was okay, you know. It was okay. It was passable. This year they literally just didn't have one thing, and it kind of fucked up everybody's impressions of it. Um, Now, the 1940s weekend normally has this big, kind of like cordoned off area in the middle of the whole event, and they do. There's an announcer guy, and I'm trying not to yawn. Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! No, stop. And now I've got a toot. All the functions. Yeah. Um, and there's like an announcer guy, and they do like the classic cars go around in it. Sometimes like some steamy stuff goes in it. Like yeah, we didn't have any steam engines there this time. We had like the static engines, but that was it. There weren't that many food places. There was a Jamaican place that was terrible. That was just, yeah. The entire event was just very, very smaller, you know, because we did everything within like 3 hours. We did, we walked around all of the stalls. We walked around. Oh, Steven, just shut up! Stop with the yawning. Stop it. I'm not tired. I'm actually not tired. I have no idea what this is about. This is just back to normal yawning. Yes. Yep, they had the big tent with like the big stage in there. Um, yeah, so we walked around the stalls. We looked at the Steam exhibits. Then we went into the living history area, the reenactment stuff, and there seemed to be the same amount of reenactment stuff as normal. However, the French guys weren't there. Apparently, they surrendered, but that's what they do. But yeah, and there was like there was a battlefield reenactment, I guess, that was done on the field in which they normally do the tractor and tank rides. Um, so yeah, we walked around all of that, and we did all of that within like 3 hours, which is nice. But yeah, without the main stage there, it kind of was a bit. I don't know. It just made it okay. But yeah, everybody's always remembering though the 1940s weekend when it was at its peak, when it was at its absolute peak, and it was basically because it was huge, and it had like there's been a couple of years in a row in which they just moved over to the Ramsey Royal Museum field as opposed to being on the RAF base like they used to be before we started going there. Me and Damon, we went there when it was just at the RAF base. So there was actual hangars and actual planes and stuff like that, and as well as stalls and exhibits and stuff like that. But then they moved to the Royal Museum because the RAF base had shut down. Hey, Panafox. Yeah, had shut down. So yeah, and when they first moved there were two event fields, and also the reenactments were all on the camp, and the camp is kind of like a working, living history, kind of like 1940s and before that reenactment area. So it's kind of always open and working and for hire and stuff like that. So like there was that, and there was like a miniature railway. Like there's like a mini train that's like this big, right? And it's got like each thing is like this big, and you kind of sit on this thing, and the tracks are like this wide, and there's like a train that actually goes on it, and they would actually lay tracks out between the Royal Museum, the big top where there's like a big stage and everything, and then they would all go to the camp, and it was huge, and there was like a train that was actually running between these places, and they would lay a track out and everything, and on one side of the tracks would be like the camping sites for all the people that want to camp and attend, um, and take part. And then there would be like a food area. There'd be like a classic car thing. There would be stalls all the way around, like the main area. It was like a huge deal, and everybody's remembering that. There was even a flight simulator thing one year, and everybody's basically picking all the best bits, and they're remembering an ideal version of the 1940s weekend. And I just remember what it was like last year. I remember what it was like the last time they did it, because of course they've not done it for 2 years. So, of course, it's going to be a bit shit. It's like a lot of they have to re-energize people to get them into gear. So I get it. So the first day was okay. Like I said, I kind of had a funny tummy after the first day because After the first day, I ate this. I ate goat curry from the Jamaican, the jerk, um, the jerk food stand, and they had like options, and one of the options was goat curry. It had bones in it. Like every piece of meat had a bone in it and was fat. It was basically there wasn't much meat. You know, the rice and the coleslaw were pretty good, but essentially that's only because they come out of like tubs. You know, they have like big tubs of these things. They just like, yeah. But the actual meat was shit. Goat curry, yeah, it was shit. And it wasn't just me. Like everybody, basically, all the other options were also shit. I could hear people talking about it. It was just so bad. And it might have even given Damon a funny tummy because he's not been well today. He's had a funny tummy all day, so that's fun. So yeah, after we did that, and my mum came, and that was okay. That was that was nice. It was nice seeing her and everything. But yeah, it's like I was kind of still tired because I've just got over COVID, and I'm basically better, but I still feel exhausted for no reason, and it just makes it really annoying. Like sick funny tummy or gassy funny tummy. He had heartburn all day, and all day today, and he's been to the toilet a couple of times extra, and he has got gas, but it's stinky gas. It's not good. It's really bad. But yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's just hopefully this will be over by tomorrow. But yeah, just so random, you know. So yeah, I didn't want to go today. Because basically I'd seen everything. We'd done everything. There wasn't anything else. There wasn't any stores that I wanted to go back to purchase anything else. You know. They haven't got a walk-in stick. I thought that was funny. It's one of those ones where you can open it up and it basically has a seat on it, so you can sit down on it or lean on it, basically. So yeah. Oh, stop it! My nose hasn't stopped running today. That's really annoying. It's like I've got hay fever, but I've never had hay fever before. I'm hoping I don't get hay fever now. Whatever. Just noticed my mustache has been all over the place. Whatever. Yeah. So I didn't want to go today, but Damon wanted to go anyway, and it would have been nicer if we stuck with Daryl went with his parents. He didn't go yesterday, so he went today, and I think it would have been nicer if we just stuck with them all the time. But yeah, I didn't want to go, but Damon went anyway, and I was like, I'm gonna go with him because it was nice spending time with him, and also I can help him if he needs like help because he's old. So yeah. Something I wanted to ask you. Ask away. Yeah. So I went anyway, and yeah, I was just I don't think Damon understood because I told him that I kind of don't want to go. I mean, I'll go anyway. You know, I'll go. I'll keep you company, but essentially, I'm not fussed. Like, if you want to stay home as well, I understand. But he wanted to go, so he understood that, which is nice. This is the first time this has ever happened, because basically, like when this has happened in the past, like we went into London, and I kind of was like, I kind of don't want to go, you know. Like I've lived there and worked there. I kind of don't give a shit, you know. So if you want to go, then I'll keep you company. But you know, that's it. But he's never understood the whole thing before. You know, where basically he's like, so what do you want to do? Because we'll get into London, and then he'll be like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, nothing. I don't have any plans. And then he'll get annoyed at me because I'm indecisive suddenly, and it's like, I'm not indecisive. I didn't want to be here. What do you want to do? But no, he understood that this time, so that was good. Either that, or he was too annoyed with his stomach to be annoyed at me. I don't know, but yeah, that was good. Because he would basically ask me what I want. What, you know, it's like, so what do you want to do next? And I'm like, I don't mind. And he was like, oh, okay. Do you want to go? I want to go get an ice cream, and maybe look at the stalls again. And I was like, okay, what's a plan? What just happened? Normally he's like, well, I don't know what to do either. So we're just gonna stand here and not know, blah blah. So yeah, it's weird. So yeah, today was actually a bit nicer. It was nicer than I thought it was going to be. But the original plan was to go there, do everything one day, and then the next day we would go there and set up the chairs in a nice place where we can see things happening. Like at the ring that wasn't there, the central ring, but that wasn't there this time, and then kind of maybe follow Daryl around if he did show up. And well, because there was no ring there was no place to set up our chairs to chill. We ended up not doing that. So we ended up just kind of following them around part of the time, and then hanging out by the. I hung out by the bar because Damon wanted to go see the reenactment of the wars and stuff, and it was like, it's loud explosions and bombs, and I don't have earplugs at the moment. I need to get more earplugs. So yeah, no. Anyway, it's about acid reflux. I woke up to the taste of throw up in my mouth and felt it. Is that like yours? That is reflux. If you basically, it's kind of like a slow vomiting in your sleep. You know, like when you lay down, your you have like a couple of sphincters in your esophagus, like one at the beginning of your stomach where your stomach meets your esophagus, and basically there's also, isn't there like another one somewhere in between? Whatever. But yeah, if you've eaten a lot, then sometimes sometimes the food stays in your esophagus until the stomach has enough room to let it in. So if you go to bed right after eating, your sphincter, esophagus sphincter, you know, the valve in your stomach that's you know what I'm talking about. It's still open, so that the food can go back into it. So so the food can go into the stomach. But when you fall asleep, it kind of sometimes doesn't know when to close. So your stomach, it's processed all the food. It's processed all the food, and essentially it's now full of acid, and it normally just stays in your stomach. But because this sphincter is open and there's nothing in your esophagus anymore, then and you're laying down, then it kind of just slowly seeps into the esophagus, and it can make it all the way up to what is it called, that flap that basically stops, like it opens up when you eat so the food can go in, but it shuts so the air can go in and out when you breathe. And basically it makes it all the way up to this bit, and it kind of like overfills and flows over that bit, and some of it can make it into your lungs, and then you basically wake up choking on vomit, and that's basically what acid reflux is. It's when you wake up and you can't breathe because this happens. And that's why I basically just have a very, very simple thing. I don't really get acid reflux anymore because I make sure that I don't eat anything 4 hours before I go to bed. If I eat anything before that, then essentially, because I'm me, I eat big, and then it tends to stay in my stomach for a while the rest of me kind of catches up and processes it. So yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, you can have, but yeah, that sounds like it's an unsuccessful acid reflux. So you did have acid reflux, but it basically you managed to not breathe anything in. It can depend on how you sleep. Like if you sleep on your side, on your side and on your back, or anywhere basically your back and your side. If any of those parts combined are touching the bed or the mattress or whatever, then you can get full on acid reflux. But if you sleep on your side and on your front, um, like if you're hugging a pillow or something, or you're basically on top of a pillow that you're hugging, because I end up waking up and my face is basically half in a pillow, and I kind of like lay on my front side, um, and I've had this before where basically you wake up and you can kind of taste a bit of, your mouth tastes a bit acidy, you know. It almost tastes like throw up or vomit, you know. And that's where basically you've had acid reflux, but it basically it didn't go into the flap, it didn't go into your airway. It kind of just sat at the opening of your airway or at the opening of your mouth and basically stayed there. Um, but yeah, just don't eat like 4 hours before you go to bed. Just You can eat a lot and whatever you want, but just don't do it like 4 hours before you go to bed. It's really hungry. It's really hard sometimes. I mean, if you're a hungry guy like me, then oh my god, it's basically torture because I can get so hungry that I get hunger pains and then I can't sleep. So I have to eat something, but then I have to stay up for 4 hours. You know, I've actually had the opposite situation tonight, where like I had my meal time where I was supposed to eat something. I was going to eat cheese and crackers, but my tummy is feeling a bit weird. Not as weird as Damon's, but it's just feeling just a bit off. Um, because I've had a lot of rich food for the past couple of days. I guess I don't know. And yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna eat. I don't fancy anything that much to cause a bigger stink later. So I might just not sleep and have something to eat later. And then that time came and went, and then I was like, well, if I eat cheese and crackers now, my mouth has been really dry today, even when I drink. And I don't want the crackers to kind of tear up my inside of my mouth. I hate that. I hate that feeling. Just the slight owiness in the palate of your mouth. Excuse me. And it turned out to be nothing. So my nose decided to go and dump a bunch of gunk at the back of my throat, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna like die now. But no. Did I have my tablets? I did have my tablets. Bad. I'm not gonna die. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna live forever. It's great. Yeah. So now I'm getting into the kind of hungry stage, but also at the time I'm kind of getting into the winding down stage of my day. So I don't know what to do. Anyway, hope that helped and answered your questions. If not, then like ask me some more specific questions, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah. So that was my weekend. It went okay. I haven't recorded anything still. The hot tub is still up. I basically I keep wanting to try it out, but at the same time I know I'm not going to enjoy it because I'm not fully recovered yet. I've got the post-COVID. I'm still dealing with the post-COVID. One of my friends said this to me. They basically were like, yeah, the post-COVID is annoying. And I was like, post-COVID? And it's like, yeah, you feel tired a lot, and you're still clearing out junk from when you had COVID. And it can take anywhere between a week or 2 weeks. And it's like, oh, fun. So yeah, I still feel shit. But I don't feel as shit as actually having COVID. So I've got post-COVID. So yeah, it helped a lot. That's good. That's good. Well, yeah, you can ask me anything, even if I don't personally know about the subject, I might know something. But yeah. So yeah, still no artwork. Still not filming anything just yet because I want to film something in the hot tub. However, this weekend coming up, not the one that we just had. I'm going to be going to my buddy Dave's. Now, I don't know whether to save the filming of. I could make a video. I'll make a video. So I was distracted by a message. I don't know whether to make a video when I'm feeling better enough to go in the hot tub, or if I should make a video when I'm at my buddy's place, because I can do all of these topics in one video. The ones on that are scrolling past, or if I should just film a bit of the video and then see what I mean. I don't know what to do. David, why did you yell that? I know his name. I'm just trying not to say it too much because he's not exactly secretive. I mean, he's been in the videos and stuff, but I just don't want people to kind of like figure out his name. I don't want to out him, you know. Film with him, but that's not until next weekend. Is everyone okay? Wait until next weekend. I mean, you're an honorary patron, a patron. So, yeah. Like I said, I need opinions, I guess. I waited this long. I had COVID. I had COVID. We waited this long. We've been waiting so long for content. But I had COVID. Okay. I just felt like I was being a bit kind of like I wasn't getting things out fast enough, and I'm not. But I mean, if you're okay with that, then that's okay then. Because let me see, I could get a good bloat on, and then he could play with my belly while I enjoy a cigar. See, I could do all of those in one video. Could make it a long one as well. Yeah, but that's the other thing. That's like I was gonna sometime this week. I will be well enough to go in the hot tub, so it would have been the exact same thing. Basically, I could have had like a beer blow in the hot tub, and then play with my belly while enjoying a cigar. You know, it's like I could. This is what I mean. I didn't know which one to do, or we could take an element out and use. Yeah, but I mean, if we can do a long video, then that's fine. Hey Riley. Um. So yeah, neato. Anything else that I need to ask or tell you guys about? I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm gonna be so happy when I can just breathe through my nose again and not have to worry about it doing random shit. Hmm. COVID sucks. Oh, and it's the start of the weekends that I'm gonna be busy all the time, and I honestly don't know if I should just like I was considering basically canceling this weekend coming up with my buddy, but I really want to go and have fun with him. But I, I might still feel like this. But see what a nightmare this is in my head. It's just like it's like, but it'll be fun. But this reason, but it'll be fun. But this reason, ugh, it just keeps going around and around and around. Like I keep telling myself that I'm just gonna go with it, and if I'm still feeling like shit, then he'll look after me, right? I don't know. It's just the lack of sleep. That's the only reason why I feel shit. I don't have flu-like symptoms anymore. It's just the lack of sleep. It's because I only seem to be able to get sleep for like 1 hour every 4 hours. For just about an hour. It's usually less than an hour. But I'll lay on the sofa and I'll wake up like an hour later, and then I'll be awake for 4 hours, and then I'll lay on the sofa again, and then this will happen again. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So I've got like the weekends. I got this weekend where I had to go to the 40s weekend because my parents were going, so my mum was going. So yeah. Oh my god! By the way, some very, very, very nice looking guys in uniforms and stuff. Lots of Santas, lots of really nice Santas. Oh, including the Santa that always goes. And I was like, I was a bit worried. So I was like, oh no, all those cute Santas. Because there were some Santas there that used to go every single year, and I was looking forward to seeing them again. But then I had this bad thought of like, oh no, COVID's gonna wipe them out. It's gonna be, oh, that's gonna suck. But no, they were mostly all there, including the main Santa, the guy that always looks like Santa. The guy that looks the most like Santa, the roundest of the Santas. He's kind of maybe he's around about my height. He might be taller, he might be shorter. I don't know. I've never been that close to him. It's really annoying. Um, but yeah, and he basically like he's been in various different uniforms and everything. Now, this year he seems to have put on a bit more weight in COVID, so it's very much needed. It is, and it's really annoying because I don't sleep anyway, but now I don't sleep extra, so that's fun. Yeah, and he was like wearing a proper like period 1940s kind of like three-piece suit kind of thing, only without the jacket. And yeah, oh, it's perfect. He's perfect Santa. And I told my mum that it's like I've always wanted to ask that guy where he gets his clothes from, because some years he's been in different outfits, he's been in different uniforms, and he's a round guy. Like he's rounder than he's I would say he's a lot rounder than me, but then again I can't judge how round I am. But he is very, 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 very almost spherical, you know. I'd say that he's around about in the 350 to 400 pound mark. But yeah, he's always in like different, like again period uniforms from the 40s. Like he's even been a safari guy as well. He's had like a safari uniform. He's had a navy uniform. He's had the classic, um, like the classic uniform. The classic English Army uniform from World War II. Um, and again, all in his pudgy frame. And it's like, I always wanted to ask him, where the fuck do you get your clothes? I can't find any places that do these outfits. Like any places that do these outfits in my size. Where do you get them? And I've basically wanted to ask him that, and I told my mother about this, and my mother has no tact, you know, like Scottish women. She basically it's like, oh, I'll go ask him, and she fucking went off and she asked him, and I was like, oh no, don't do that because it's rude, for one thing, but also she didn't ask him the appropriate question. She just asked him where he gets his waistcoat and outfit that he's currently wearing, not the other stuff. And apparently he gets them from a website called Jacamo, which is it's kind of like the UK Big and Tall online kind of place, and they don't actually have stores. They purely operate online, and yeah, I've used them a couple of times, but they're kind of shit. They are kind of shit, and they're expensive for what they are, you know. So they have a good range. It's just that it's usually for the taller guys. It's not really for rounder guys. So I don't know. I'm assuming that he's had all of those altered, all the clothes that he was wearing, He's had them altered because, yeah, like I said, I've used them a couple of times. They're kind of shit. They're expensive. They are expensive. It's stupid. But yeah, it's just, yeah. She did, like, obviously didn't get all of these uniforms from Giacomo as well, so that's also annoying. Because, like, I wanted to ask him, yeah. And then, and she basically came back and she said Giacomo and and that, like, oh, he gets them from, that's where he gets them from, and he's so nice. And I was like, of course he's nice. He's Santa. He's Father Christmas. Because everybody can see it. Everyone can see it. He does look like Santa. He just is Santa. And then basically, it rang the alarm bell in my head, and I accidentally let slip the whole, my mother doesn't know that I'm attracted to Santa. She doesn't have any idea. But I let loose the idea that my mother, I don't think she's heard me say this, that I might be a son of Santa. You know, I was like, well, of course he's nice. He's Santa. I mean, you should know this. And it was kind of like, but it just went over her head, so that's fine. You know him already. So yeah, is he actually Santa? He might be. Anyway, I said this was going to be a quickie, and I've basically said everything that I'm going to say, that I needed to say. I'll be back, but probably would agree if she got it. Yeah. So I have an eyelash or something in my eye. It's not regular eye problems. There's definitely, like, this is a justifiable eye problem right now. It's been bugging me all stream, but yeah. My tummy's okay. Like I said, I had a good meal today. Where's my dad? So yeah. Yeah, I had a good meal today. Um I stayed away from the Caribbean Jamaican place. And I basically had, they did these mini stone baked pizzas. Although they weren't that mini, they were like this big. They weren't that mini, and they were quite nice. But yeah, I had like two of those today, so I think my stomach was just kind of like still processing dough, because last night I had like, oh fuck off. So my phone did the whole I'm awake, I'm listening kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, last night I went to a place called Bella Italia, and I already had pizza, but it was still, you can't go wrong with pizza. Pizza nice. But yeah, so I'm still processing the dough, I think. And then when I came home, I had a couple of the ready-made burgers because I fell asleep on the sofa, and then then I woke up and I was really hungry. So I had that, and then I was going to have cheese and crackers, but didn't have cheese and crackers because, well, I've already told you why. So yeah. So I don't know. I might have some yogurt or something. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I'm definitely gonna have some. I'm gonna have some more Pepsi Max. I've been trying not to. I've drank all my Pepsi Max. I've only got this much left, so I've been trying not to drink all of that. But because I've been pretty thirsty because it's been pretty hot. So yeah. Anyway, I am going to go, and I'll be around. I'll be around like tomorrow at some point, and probably sometime in the week or something. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if I'm miraculously better by tomorrow, then who knows? It might even be return of the art streams and stuff. Although probably not. Well, maybe even a hot tub stream. Who knows? But yeah, probably not. Don't get your hopes up. Because it's still going to be hot, so I can't do any artwork while it's hot. But you know, I might be able to go in the hot tub. It kind of depends. It kind of depends what's going on. It was great seeing me. It was okay. I was okay. So yeah, I'm just like I just hope that the next couple of weekends, because I'm busy for the next couple of weekends, like aren't gonna be that bad, especially since I'm going to Manchester for that cigar social leather barbecue party thing. So yeah, it's gonna rain. It's totally gonna rain. I can totally see that being like that's the time when it rains. Because we've had very, very little rain all across the UK. So of course it'll be on a weekend. It'll be on the weekend where on the event that I really, really want to go to. Although of course I want to do the thing this weekend coming, but it's going to be on a time when a outdoor activity is specifically booked. You know. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, yes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ugh. Random toots. Yeah, belly rubs. And belly salute. And yeah, I will be back. Toodles. Oh, I hope I just saw in the preview that like it kind of froze when I stood up, and then it just started playing again when I sat down. I'll do it again tomorrow, whatever. Bye.